So before I introduce our speaker, let me just say a few things about her. She has been in the top 10 of elite coaches four times in a row, okay? She's a 5-time elite coach. She's a superstar diamond coach 2. That means she has 15 diamonds in one of her coach business centers, and she has 15 diamonds in another one of her coach business centers. And I'm sure she has diamonds in other business centers. When you get to 2-star in this business, you're able to open another coaching business. So she's a superstar diamond 2, superstar diamond coach 2, whatever. She's also a member of our coach advisory board, which is our board of 8 coaches who speak on your behalf. She's also a Success Star All-Star legend 80 months in a row. Now, here's the best part of it all. I quickly asked her to jump on the call this morning, and she was on vacation. So I had her film her segment, and I'm letting you know that it's fantastic. It's a little low on volume, so you're going to want to raise your volume. But here we go. I'm going to share, ladies and gentlemen, Holly Hillyer. Bringing it on.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited to be here with you guys today because today I get to share the action hour I have done every single day that has helped me to build my dream business and to do so in a very simple, duplicatable way. So to preface this call, this national wake-up call is going to be different than a lot of the calls you've seen in the past. And I'm really excited because I actually get to complete this action hour with you. I'm just compressing it into 20 minutes. So if you're watching live, take notes and then go rock your own action hour later today. And if you're watching the recording, feel free to press pause, set your timer, and complete each section with me. So first thing you need to do is take out your daily activity tracker or pull out the digital success club tracker either on your phone or your computer. If you've never used the digital tracker, you can sign into your coach office, click grow my business, and then daily activity tracker. And even if you're using the pen and paper one, you should make sure to check off the actions at the end of every action hour you do in the digital version so you can be entered into the Take Action Challenge to win all the insane prizes Beachbody is giving away over the next few weeks. So today, we're really going to be focusing on this second section. This is the connect, invite, follow-up section. And in general, I start my day with my workout, my shake, my personal development, and that's also when I write my social media posts for the day. So those sections are checked off early for me, and then I dive into this 1-hour action hour. This section is truly what I call my income producing activities that I make sure to get done every single day. Now, to make sure that we have our most efficient action hour, I suggest a little prep work. And I do this every single Sunday to prepare for the week ahead. So first, we're going to create our invite list. I encourage all my coaches to start with a list of 100 people. So this includes friends, family, followers, either on Instagram or on Facebook, that you've already connected with in the past. This is your hot list and people who absolutely know and trust you already. Now, Beachbody has the memory jogger you can use to help create this list of 100. For me, I simply open up my Facebook friends list, sort it in alphabetical order, and start going down the list. At the same time, I'm also creating a second list, and this is my connection list. So where am I putting these lists? I'm putting them in here. As I'm going through my Facebook friends list, I am categorizing my friends. They're either going on my invite list or they're going on my connection list if it's someone I've not engaged with in a while. I want to make sure I'm connecting with them prior to inviting. So along with my invite list, I'm making a list of 100 new people to connect with each week. Okay, it's Monday. You've done the prep work. You have your daily activity tracker, you have your invite list, your connection list, and you should also have your follow-up list. Now, my follow-up list comes directly from the people I invited the previous week. So if we're looking at, this is my very first notebook, and I still do things very similarly, but here is like my very first, one of my first groups, okay? And so what I did, this was my invite list. This is, hey, here is my Facebook friends list. I'm going through, I'm writing all their names down. Every day, I'm inviting at least 10 of them. When I invite them, I add the date that I've invited them. Now, this then turns into a follow-up list as well. If that person comes back and says yes, and they purchase their challenge pack, I'll highlight them in green. If they say not right now, I'm going to highlight them in yellow, and I'm actually going to move them over to the next month. So this was February challenge group, and I would move them to my March challenge group list. So again, you're gonna have this invite list, which will also serve as your follow-up list. All right, we've got our list, we've got our Success Club tracker. Now, I start every action hour with Energize, music, and a timer. Guys, it's so important to get your state right. I want my energy up. I want to be thinking about the lives that I get to change. If you are sitting back and thinking, I don't like inviting, you've got to flip that state and say, whose life can I change today? And from there, that's where you want to invite. Now, I start my action hour with a 15-minute segment of invites. Now, 15 minutes might not sound like a long time to invite, but when you've got your strong invite list, I'm going to go down it and invite the first 10 people on this list. I love voice memos and video invites. So I do all of my invites on my phone. When you're doing voice memos or video invites, your energy is palpable and people are less likely to think they're getting a scripted invite when you truly speak directly to them. And remember, we're at that high energy state. They're gonna feel that and they're gonna want to be part of what you have. So here's an example of one of my invites. Remember, we've already connected with these people. Hey Amanda, thank you so much for the advice. Seriously, raising kids takes a village. I'm sure you've seen that I run mom wellness communities. We focus on our health and fitness and just connect over mom life stuff. It'd be so fun to continue connecting and getting to know you and your littles more. Would you want more info? That's it. Short, sweet, simple voice memo or video message, and I send it. I do that 10 times with that initial section that thanks so much for your advice. Seriously, raising kids takes a village. That sentence is going to connect back to what we had been connecting with. And then I go into the invite. So once I finish those 10 invites, I'm moving on to follow-ups. I follow up with the people I'd invited 2 to 3 days prior, but hadn't heard back from. Or those who had said, yes, I'm interested, but had yet to sign up. Once again, set your timer for 15 minutes. So here's one of my favorite follow-up messages. Hey Amanda, I know we were talking about you joining my mom wellness community, so I wanted to follow up. We actually kick off this Monday, and I have a couple people in line behind you hoping to get in the group. Were you still interested in joining? I've got your spot saved, but if not, no problem. Just let me know so I can pass the spot on and we can find a time that works better for you. I love this follow-up message because it creates urgency. The last thing I want to see when I sign into my messenger is me messaging someone a million times with absolutely zero response from them. If they say no, awesome, at least you have an answer. And from there, you can set a follow-up date for the future. So my follow-up message usually sounds something like, awesome, I know things are super busy as we head into summer. Would next month work better for you? I'd love to get to work together and serve you in a time that feels right. So once they give you that follow-up date and the yes, sounds great, you then move them to that next month follow-up list. And again, I'm really utilizing pen and paper to do all of this. So I'm moving them from one list to the next. If they are saying no, not right now, that's when I highlight them in yellow and make it very clear when I go back to do follow-ups later that I've already moved them over. Again, making this work super, super organized and fast is what is going to allow you to do income producing activities and really move your business forward in just 1 hour a day. Now, another quick tip is do not engage back with people until you complete your action hour. So what does that mean? So we just spent the first 30 minutes inviting and following up, 15 minutes per section. So say I got 2 invites out and the second person I invited started talking to me again. Now, from there, I used to say, oh my gosh, like yay, and we'd go into goals and we'd start really chatting so I could get them set up. Now that's amazing, right? Except I'd get to the end of an hour and I will have only sent 2 invites because I was chatting back and forth with them. It's really important that you stay focused on the task at hand. You're gonna send out your 10 invites. You're gonna send out your 10 follow-ups. And if you have extra time in that 30 minutes, or really at the end of your action hour, then you can go back and start engaging with the people who messaged you back. Again, the importance of working from a list. Go through, message each of your 10 people for each section, and then you can go back. Now, before we go back and start those conversations, the next part of our action hour is going to be connecting, right? We've invited, we followed up, now we have to connect. I actually give myself 20 minutes for 10 connections. So pull out your connections list and connect with the first 10 people on this list. Guys, don't pick and choose. You never know who you can serve. Some of the people that I was most skeptical and really most scared to invite have become my best customers and some of my top coaches. So what does a connection look like? How are we connecting with people? So my connections look like commenting or liking a photo, and I always add a question in the comment to them. So just this morning, one of my friends was she just got back from a trip. And so I commented and said, oh my gosh, I am so excited to start traveling again. Where did you guys go? How was the travel? It looks incredible. Then, not only leaving it there, right? I'm not just commenting, but I'm gonna send a private message, something super similar. Hey, I know it's been a while since we last chatted, but I saw you guys are traveling again and we're preparing to start summer travel as well. How was it? I'm nervous, but excited, and your trip looked amazing. Guys, everyone wants to talk about their trips or their kids. You don't have to connect over what are your health and fitness goals. Connect over life. Be real people. Form that relationship so that then whatever it was you just connected on, you can go back and plug into that invite message that we talked about just a few minutes ago, right? So for this example, we're talking about traveling. So, hey, thank you so much for all the travel advice. I can't wait to start traveling with my kids. And then I go into the invite. I'm sure you've seen I run my mom communities, a place where women support women in their health and fitness journeys and connect over life. I'd love to continue connecting with you and having you in the group. Would you like more info? So you can see how I took the traveling piece, plugged it into the top of the invite. But I connected with them on something first, and then I invited them to be a part of my community. That connection piece is so, so important. So once I have finished with connecting with people, I'm gonna add to my network. Guys, we're making a list of 100 people to invite and 100 people to connect with every single week. So what is going through your mind and what I hear from my coaches is, gosh, but I'm gonna run out of people. I don't have that many people in my network. I started with less than 400 friends on Facebook and no Instagram. This is the exact thing that I did to grow my business. So we have to add to our network. Listen, I only take about 5 minutes to add to my network. It's fast, it's easy, and it's one of the best things you can do to make sure your business continually grows. So again, once I finish connecting, I add to my network. Set your timer for 5 minutes, and I add 25 new friends daily on Facebook. So these are people that I have at least 10 mutual friends in common with. So on Facebook, you can sort your friends by date added. So I use that each Sunday to make sure I'm adding those newest coaches to my connections list. And then on Instagram, if you're not using Facebook, Facebook makes it so easy, but if you're using Instagram, I'm going to accounts that my ideal client would be following or using, right? So for example, when my son was born, my second son was born, I bought him a really expensive bassinet, and it promised it would help teach our kids to sleep. My first son didn't sleep. So my avatar is like a mom with young kids who doesn't get any sleep, and she would spend anything to get kids to sleep. Now, this bassinet, when we think about ideal client, right? When I say avatar, I just mean that person we would love to have join us, the person who would bring us joy to get to work with. And so when I think about her, she's also a new mom, and that's an account that a new mom would hang out at. So what I'm doing is I'm understanding where my potential clients are hanging out. I'm going to those accounts, and then I'm looking for the active users, meaning women who are commenting and engaging on that content. And then I'm commenting and engaging back with them. I'm following them, and I'm leaving a comment on one of their posts. Even better, if this woman has stories. Stories are my favorite way to engage on Instagram. You can easily do one of the reactions, like the little heart eyes or whatever. You now are popping up in their DMs. Guys, it's not weird. Instagram, if people are public and they're posting stories and they're using hashtags, they're doing it so that others will find them and engage with them. This is social media. People are on it to be social. And so with that is how I am going through engaging, liking, messaging my new followers, ideal clients on Instagram. Now, how am I making sure they follow me back? So at the end of the day, I'm going through and looking at my notifications. Anyone who follows me back, I am adding their name to my connection list. That simple, right? You can do it, I know some people use Instagram a lot. We'll just use a Google Doc and copy and paste the username of that person in the Google Doc, and or like an Excel sheet, right? And then you can go through and you can just add your dates, just like I'm doing in the pen and paper notebook. I'm just so pen and paper. And so now what I'm doing is that connection list that I made on Sunday with 100 people, every single day, I'm adding new people to it. Now again, on Facebook, I wait and just do this on Sunday instead of every single day, but that's because Facebook, you can just sort by the date added, and it's really easy for me to see. Instagram is a little more difficult, so I want to make sure that I catch all those people on that one day that they follow me. And then finally, the last 5 minutes, I am taking to respond to any new likes, comments, viewers in my stories. Now, any new likes or comments or viewers, I'm adding them to my invite or my connection list, depending on my relationship with them, right? If it's a warm relationship, I haven't invited them yet, we're engaging, we're talking back and forth on this post or within my stories, they're gonna go to my invite list. If this is someone brand new who's watched one story of mine, I'm gonna put them on my connection list so I can actually get to know them before I invite them. And guys, one other thing with that, a question I get a lot is, well, how long are you connecting with people before you invite them? So for me, I am connecting with them a couple days, right? If they're on my connection list 1 week, then I can move them to my invite list the following week. But again, that's not always the case. What if they don't respond? What if they don't engage? So it's not a hard, fast rule. Hey, connect 1 week, invite 1 week. I want to have a conversation. I want to add value to their life and get value from them. I want a connection that I can then add to the beginning of my invite. And that's it, guys. That's what moves your business forward. You're inviting for 15 minutes, getting out 10 invites, connecting, 10 connections, follow up, and adding to your network. These are the things that move your business forward. These are the things, if you do for 1 hour a day, will help you hit Success Club, will help you rank advance, will help you build the business that you want to build. And don't get all caught up in how do I track and there's a million different tools. Guys, I've grown this business with pen and paper and the Success Club tracker. This business is simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Do the daily activities that are going to move your business forward consistently, and you'll be unstoppable. All right, that is it. Let's go crush our action hour together.
That was so good. The way that she powered through her action hour. I'm really, really glad she did that. Thank you so much. I don't even think she's awake. I think she's behind in time on her vacation. But thank you, Holly Hillyer, for doing that. And one thing I wanted to mention, when you look at the tracker, it does not say invite. It says connect, invite, follow up. Connect, invite, follow up. So I loved her focus on the after a connection, then you make an invite. And then, of course, you follow up. So we started this call with Autumn Calabrese and 9-Week Control Freak and getting in control of your health. Now it's getting in control of your business. So we're going to end the call with 5 minutes of Kevin Shaw and a little training on bod groups. How are you, Kevin?
Very good, Sandy. That was excellent. She did a really good job.
Yeah, thank you so much. You can take the call out when you're done.
Hey, coaches, what I love that Holly did, and in what she mentioned something that I want to make sure you guys understand is this is not complicated. It just takes dedication. And what Holly does really, really well is she's purposeful. She's purposeful with her time and her energy. She doesn't come on and say, okay, now what do I do? She gets on, when she's on her phone, she knows exactly what she's doing. When she's on her laptop, she knows exactly what she's doing and for how long. That's the kind of dedication that is required to continually to grow to your business day after day. Life comes, life happens, and no matter what life throws at Holly, she is dedicated to the things she needs to do. That is exactly how you're going to grow as well. So what I'm going to do today is a little bit different. Holly mentioned that she does a lot of this stuff on her phone. And I want to remind you of how you can invite your contacts on your phone. So I'm going to share with you and remind you how you can do that. So share my screen here. Okay. So to invite people from your phone. Now remember, you have obviously in your phone, you have your contacts tab and your little application. And as long as you have the people in your contacts that have an email address in there these are people that you can invite to your bod group. Now they do have to have an email in there. We can't just send them through phone. This has to be through email. So what you do is you come over here to your phone, you click on your Beachbody On Demand app, and then you have your groups. Now you do have to have a group set up. It doesn't have to necessarily be in going now. It just has to be set up. And so you create a group. You guys know every week I show you how to do that. And then you click on the group. So this is inviting people to your group. So you come over here, you click on view. And from there, this is the group that you created. You come over here to invites. And then here is where you can now send invites from your phone to the people on your phone. You click on this blue tab right here called invite. And up in the far left-hand corner here is one of the options. It says select recipients from your phone, from an email, from the coach office, or past groups. I'm going to select phone here, but look, this right here is something that was pre-created for you. You can keep it the way it is, or if you like, you can create your own invite from here. So you're going to create your subject, your kind of your introduction, and then I'm going to click on these are the people I wanted to choose from my phone. You get a little prompter that says, great. So can I have access to your phone contacts? We're going to say yes. So here I've just selected the letter B. This is my cute little daughter. So I'm going to choose her here. And so, okay, it says, and you can choose multiple, by the way. This is not just one at a time. You click here, it says, great. Hi, Brooklyn. Here's something you're invited to. Looks great. This is something the company put together. I like it. So from my phone, I'm going to send an invite just like that. It is as simple as that, guys. We, as Holly mentioned, she doesn't spend all of her time inviting. She spends some of her time inviting, some of her time following up, some of her time building connections, some of her time reaching out to people and finding those who her avatar, her perfect customer. All of these things can be learned. It starts today. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed, and just make little improvements day after day. And as long as you do that, and you can look back 30 days, 60 days, 90 days and say, you know what? I'm in a better place with my business now than I was 30 days ago. Then you're moving in the right direction. Don't get caught up in the day-to-day stuff. Look back over time. This business is rewarding. There are people out there who need your help, who are looking for answers. And it's up to you to reach out to them, to connect with them, to invite them, to befriend them. Keep coming here every single Monday on the National Wake Up Call to learn more about how you can take action and help those people. And we will see you next week. Right now, head on over to the Champions page to see if you guys won the Take Action Challenge. Bye, guys.